Hello, Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul.
Yes, episode 9.
I'm Oxnard.
I am Dexter.
Boss.
We haven't watched it yet.
No, what we're going to be doing is we're all watching it together live, recorded for you.
Previously recorded
And,
live.
we're going to be commenting during the commercials on this one. So
This is
we'll
the
see how it
episode
goes.
that supposedly is the big one.
Yeah, this is in an interview. Bob Odenkirk had said that, he really wanted people, when he was talking about, I think it was at the beginning of the series, or just before it came out, and he was hoping that people would, really stick with it, because he believed that in episode 9, that's like a real turning point or a landmark episode. So I'm excited to see why he made those comments.
Hopefully he didn't hype it up too much.
Yeah.
He just arbitrarily picked the second to last episode.
This is why it's going to be interesting. You're going to see live, immediate, after segment, commercial reaction as it happens.
Every 15 minutes, we'll be here.
We'll talk for 4 minutes after every part, and this
Then
way...
we'll sum up.
Yeah, we got to do it quick, and then, do it, and then at the very end, we'll do, like, our thoughts and everything.
Yeah. All
Because
right.
we have thoughts.
We have thoughts.
And we'll get to your comments as well.
all one of them.
Is that all there was?
Actually, there were 0 comments.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm almost relieved.
They love us. They can't even
Let me just
put
make
their
sure.
love
Saul
into
is not a
words.
popular video for us, is it?
I think what's happening is maybe people are saving it, so when it's over, they're going to binge it.
Oh, I've heard that a lot, actually, people doing that with this show.
No comments from last week.
All right. Well, that's
okay.
easier for us.
We're still there are a few out there who love it and listen to it, so we're doing it for you.
Yeah!
All right.
All right,
We'd
that's
be
all
doing
that
it
matters.
anyway,
The
so it doesn't
silent
matter.
We're not doing it for the
listeners.
people who don't care. We're doing it for the people who listen. Spend the time
Exactly.
listening to us.
We have a few loyal, dedicated listeners who are
we
always
appreciate
there for
you.
us, and we love you deeply.
That's the only reason we're watching the show, not because I like it personally.
It detests Oxnard.
Yes. All right, so here we go. Hey, okay, so the intro for Better Call Saul.
Chuck is okay.
Chuck is
Maybe.
dealing very well.
Maybe.
He's doing better than ever, actually.
Our fear was that he was going to have a heart attack, and the opening scene
Or
was
he's-
going to be him being rushed to a hospital from last
I thought
episode.
he was just going to drop dead.
Yeah.
That was scary.
They put their bare feet in the grass.
Yeah.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Oh. Watch out for that scorpion! Don't
Ant
forget,
attack.
we're in New Mexico.
There's a transformer there.
Yeah, that's right. I'm surprised there's grass.
Yeah, right.
I like that. I thought it was cool. Like, Saul has a good weapon in Chuck on his side because Chuck is essentially like the best lawyer in the state.
Super lawyer.
And exactly. He's like a legend. And so he's saying, if I was the other law firm, I would be seeking, I would put a restraining order on you because in the last episode he was, digging around in the nursing home company's trash and all that stuff. So it's great to see Chuck is thinking like, all right, I'm going to think like them. What would they do?
It's
If
chess. He's playing chess.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's 3 moves ahead.
But-
you can
but,
see, like,
Saul's got the confidence.
you know how, like, great geniuses, they always have some weird little thing about
Eccentric.
them?
Well, there's a fine line between genius and insanity.
What's Chuck's?
Who?
Who's Chuck? But yeah, happy to see Chuck's finally coming into his own.
Yeah.
Looking forward to see how
I
this is
hope
going
it
to pan out.
continues. My guess is it won't. And something tragic is going to happen to Chuck.
Yeah, dramas usually aren't about people getting their way all the time.
Yeah.
All right, I think we said
Anyway,
enough.
let's watch Neil Patrick Harris sell his Heinekens.
All right, so we'll be back.
All right.
Hey, we're back after our second commercial break.
Saul
open-
has won the softball tournament that is the restraining order while he's away. They received many boxes of paperwork, and Chuck explains to Saul that basically they're going to keep throwing these kind of softball things at them. I think it was basically documentation showing that their clients aren't mentally sound enough to make this case or something like that.
He's basically trying to, like, cripple them to the point where they're never going to have time to work in the case. They're just going to be so busy defending. And
Plus, they're going to drag the case out long enough where many of the clients would likely pass away. And so Chuck says we need to refer the case to HHM. Saul
Saul is
says,
very much
"Hail
against."
Satan."
Hail Satan. Yeah, that was funny. But finally, I guess Saul kind of caves and falls asleep in a chair, and Chuck goes out to the mailbox and calls someone. We don't know yet.
Chuck grabs his oven mitt, his space blanket,
His typing pencil.
gets Saul's cell phone, dials a number. I'm assuming it's HHM.
Could be pizza.
Who knows? And says, "Yeah, it's me." And so I hope we find out who's in the other end of that line.
I think it's a sex hotline.
It's
It's
HHM.
me. Oh, hello,
How do you think that's going to pan out?
not good.
Are you attempting
Do you think he's
dirty
maybe calling
talk?
Kim?
Oh, he might have been calling the other lawyer.
Well, I figured he's calling someone from HM.
He might have been calling. I think he
He's
might have been
calling
calling the
Howard.
smarmy.
He's
I think he
calling
was calling the
Howard.
smarmy other attorney
No,
from
why
the
would
Sandpiper
he
Hill
call him?
people.
I'm thinking he's calling
He wants
Kim.
to make a deal. He's going to make a
calling
deal without
Howard.
Saul. Oh my God, that's what's going to happen. I'm definitely right.
No way.
Oh,
This is
watch.
the wrongest
Oh, watch and
prediction.
see, boss, how you're proven wrong.
Well,
Might
people
be
listening
so
already
wrong.
know, and so
Dexter.
it'll be fun to see.
Yeah, it'll
what
be
happens.
fun. It's like a little game for the listeners.
Yeah, who's the dumbest?
Who is? You decide.
All right. After this juggling and trampoline commercial, we should be back to the show.
Let's watch Jeff Goldblum sell us apartments.com.
And there's a new one. Did you see that one with the
The
snail?
snail? Yeah, it's hilarious.
Good
I
stuff.
love Jeff Goldblum.
All right. See you soon. All right, we're back.
So I know exactly what happened here. Chuck called Howard to tell Howard not to accept Chuck into the law firm as an employee. I mean, not to accept Jimmy into
Why?
the law firm. I don't know. He's always had like this thing. Every time you see, Saul do something good, there is something in Chuck that, and even when he sat down, he's like, that's something like, no, you gotta stay like down in your place, kind of attitude.
Remember the opening of last week's episode, the flashback where he finds out he got the bar, he passed the bar?
Yeah, and
and
you could
Saul-
see Chuck was almost like
There was
nervous about it.
There was
like-
something weird about
Yeah.
him.
And they set that up too in the scene when Chuck has to go and like get Jimmy out of a jam when he's in lockup there, back in Chicago. Yeah, there is something, but I don't. Chuck wanted the case to just go to HHM, but then he wanted Jimmy to back away. And then he was trying to finagle it so that Howard would be the bad guy because he's already the bad guy. Mm-hmm. And then, he would get Jimmy to back away, and then he wouldn't be a part. He would get his payday, which he was hoping he would just accept the money, because that's what he's thinking that's what he wants anyway, and then he would back off. I don't know, your
Wow.
thoughts?
So Chuck.
I agree. I didn't know why Howard
So
doesn't
why?
want him.
What's
So
with
that
Chuck?
Makes sense.
You think Chuck's going to turn out to be like this? Is it like some brotherly?
No, but Chuck is always like ashamed. Part of him is always ashamed of Jimmy.
Yeah, that's true.
And so this is Chuck. HHM is like Chuck's baby, and they always keep referencing that. And so there is some part of him, some selfish part, or for whatever reason that is, that he can't allow Jimmy to be a part of his legacy.
Interesting.
That's crazy.
That's what I mean, for all I know, I'm proven wrong anyway. But that's what I think. As soon as that happened, and Howard was turning turning Jimmy down, I knew that Chuck. That's where the call went. Chuck made the call to Howard.
Okay.
Oh, I was right. He called Howard. Ha!
You were right about that. Absolutely.
Dexter's a quack.
There's no need
Called the
no need to
other
scream
lawyer.
in the middle of the night. The other awesome thing that happened was the mic scene with the three guys. showing
Yes.
up to the job.
Holy shit! That
Where he
was
disassembles his gun
Yes.
and throat.
Well, I don't think we're going to have
I don't
enough
know.
time in this commercial, but definitely
he
we'll talk
totally
about that.
owned that guy.
It was hilarious. And the big, huge guy
got
runs
time.
away.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Yeah.
First of all,
So
that-
Mike's in a parking lot. They're in a parking deck waiting for some. I think it was Rob Corddry's brother actually to show up. The most inept guy who
just-
would hire
yes,
goons.
yes.
You just laughed immediately the second they showed him.
As soon as he showed, yeah, because he has like the New Balance sneakers with like a suit on. That look
Right.
always looks horrible.
Yes.
It's just like, and then Mike's there cool as a cucumber. He's got his pimento sandwich in the bag.
big guy
The most enormous man shows up, and then a douchebag tough guy shows up.
Who has apparently a theory on eugenics or something.
And like, you got to be packing. What are you packing? And then he just thinks Mike's being a douchebag because Mike says he's packing pimento, and he didn't bring a gun. And it's like, this fucking guy didn't bring a gun. How about you just take me and the big guy?
Right.
And then Mike's like, how about I just take you? If I need a gun, I'll take yours. And then, oh man, he gave it to him. Throat punch. I called the throat punch.
Throat punch is always a good go.
Well, he slammed
Always a good
he
move.
slammed the handle of the gun.
He
into his
grabbed the
hand.
gun.
Doesn't matter what size man it is.
All right, to be continued.
Okay, we're back.
A lot happened.
Yeah, so this one, it opens up with Howard. He's typing away in his office, and then Kim comes in, basically saying, like, I'm here on behalf of my friends, and I just feel like the decision you made doesn't make sense. It's not
why?
fair.
Tell me why.
Howard gets very bitchy about it.
Yes,
Right.
he does.
He does. Evil Howard rears his ugly head.
And as she's leaving, basically tells her, like, mind your own business. Never. And next time you have a thought, don't come in here because I don't care.
Then he regrets what he says, and he stops her and says, "Close the door."
Yeah. So based on what you said before, it's probably to let her in on the fact that
Because he keeps saying the partners
No,
have
he
made a
probably
decision.
whips out his
Right.
dick after he closes the door.
Yeah, well, he was like, he says what he says, he gets nasty with her, and then he closes his eyes, is like, I forgot that I want to try and bang this girl.
Yeah.
So then he's like, hold on, close the door.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. But he kept mentioning the partners, which is basically code for Chuck.
Yeah.
And we already know the reverence that he has for Chuck. So
That's the way they run things at S&M.
The partners.
And then cut back to Mike, which we were talking about before the commercial break ended last time when he took that douchebag.
Right. So let's finish that up real quick. He takes the guy out. He finds all these guns on him. Basically, you think 5 guns.
Yes.
One was like a Desert Eagle.
Yeah.
It was an enormous handgun.
Right, yeah.
And then he basically goes alone with this poor sap.
Yeah, and the reason why he didn't need a gun is because after the transaction, which this guy, the most pathetic drug trade I've ever seen.
So this guy has a bunch of whatever, Cialis, Viagra, I don't know, or some kind of or oxycodone, or some probably painkillers of some kind.
Vitamin D capsules.
Anyway, legit factory sealed pills, which he's selling to Nacho, who shows up with 2 other guys. Yeah, so it's just Mike and this guy doing this deal with Nacho, and like you were going to say.
What was I going to say?
That Mike, after the deal is done, Mike's like...
Oh, Mike had done the research, and he says, what I did for you is worth well beyond $1,500. He looked up this guy. He's connected to this bigger drug ring involving Tuco. So on his own, Nacho's going and selling pills on the side that he doesn't want...
He wanted everything to go as smoothly as possible because
Exactly.
the guy was like counting the money, and he was like, "We're $20 short."
And the guy's like...
and so Mike takes a stand.
Hey, you make a deal, Apparently, Mike plays a lot of D&D. He knows you're going to be an honest thief, an evil cop, a bad priest.
+4 to charisma.
Could be a fallen paladin.
Basically, Nacho's like, you're telling me I intentionally shorted him $20 and you want to blow this deal up? And Mike's just like, mistakes happen. And,
he says
Nacho
also,
pulls out the 20 and then lets the wind take it, and the stupid guy just follows it around. It was hilarious. That guy was a great cast, by the way.
Nacho?
The guy who played. Yeah, he was wonderful. Yeah, the whole scene was fantastic.
What do you think he is, like a doctor or just some technician in a factory or something?
Yeah, some chemist.
Yeah, I don't know. And then he
pharmaceutical
starts
company?
basically saying, like, he's a good guy. He's not a criminal. He's a good... And Mike explains the dynamic of, you're a criminal. There's good criminals and there's bad criminals.
Right.
And then he's saying he can get more pills. Meaning they can... And Mike is sure that Nacho will keep buying them.
Yeah.
And
be
everything
Mike's job
should go
for a while.
smoothly because he doesn't want Tuco to find out.
Yeah.
So, he can sleep on it. He's like, why don't you take us home and you can sleep on it?
Then we were making jokes that the guy's asking Mike for a maxi pad or...
Yeah, he's like, Mike, I love you.
Will you
Mike,
buckle me up, Mike?
my clit hurts, Mike. Will you help me?
Oh,
Take this rag, run it under some cold water, stick it
Is
up
that it?
your ass. No, I don't know.
That's basically it.
There
Yeah,
was
that-
another scene in there?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, so I think this is the last segment of the show.
Oh, wow, yeah. I don't know, last week ran a little bit long, so we'll see.
Yeah, we should say. All right. Okay. Anyone thoroughly depressed?
Man, what an asshole.
Yeah. You were... wow.
Man, what a powerful scene.
I don't understand.
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say that was like
is Chuck still your favorite character?
Performances.
Oh, yeah.
From both Bob Odenkirk is like continues to blow my mind.
Yeah,
He's developed
really
into
good.
such an amazing actor, and Michael McKean was amazing too. Basically, what we just watched was, we knew. You could basically figure out what was happening. I mean, I said what was happening, but it was pretty obvious. And so,
what was the first thing?
Though?
What was the first thing though in that segment? He was coming back with liquor bottles, and Kim and him.
Oh, so Kim meets him at the nail salon and he's like, you can hang out and you can have whatever drink you want, but you're gonna listen to me talk about what a fucking asshole, your Howard is. And she's like, you should take the deal, just take the deal. And he's
because she knows like he can't how much like Chuck means to him. Like if he learns that, it's just it's gonna like
and
destroy
she's trying
him.
to think about what's best for everybody here.
Right.
It's best for Jimmy financially if he takes the deal. It's best for Chuck because Chuck still has Jimmy,
and he's working on a case. He's back.
Right. Just take the deal, right? And then he doesn't even have to know. Okay, that's what she's trying to do.
Right.
And because she cares about everybody. So but then Saul is there. She leaves. Saul's alone. He's thinking about everything. He plugs in his phone and he's gonna make a call, and then
it's solidified the second you remember. Oh yeah, his phone ran out of battery.
Right, he's recharging it.
He's about to check for messages. And
Cut to
show the phone there.
Jimmy is back at Chuck's house.
He's coming down to do some ironing. Chuck.
Yeah, he's preparing.
It's early
himself,
morning.
and he discovers Jimmy there. Jimmy's been up all night, and that he knows at this point because his phone had charged. He saw that there was a call made. He always turns his phone off before he goes into Chuck's house.
Well, before he gets to that, there's just that build up. They're just talking back and forth, and Saul is just like saying like, what else is he going to say? He's just reading all his bullshit. And
yeah, what could you do if you wanted to work with me?
Yeah, you can quit. We can drop a bombshell. You can just quit and everything. If you're that eager to work with me.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, he's like blowing his gasket.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Chuck comes clean. Yeah, but Jimmy already knew. Bob Odenkirk already knew.
Yeah, but he wants to hear it.
But yeah, he has to hear it from him. And he comes clean and he's like, American Samoa. He's like, I was proud
Chuck
of you when
very
you got
angry.
a job. Because the law,
like
he says, the law is his
profession.
life.
Yeah.
And he's worked his ass off to get where he was. He created the greatest law firm basically in the state, and his brother he's always viewed his brother Jimmy as an embarrassment.
Yeah, he's like, weren't you proud of me? He was like, yeah, I was proud of you when you got the job in the mailroom.
Then he got, to him, it's like a bullshit degree, and he managed to pass the bar, and then he thinks, also the ego plays in. He's like, you're not my peer.
Yeah.
I'm a real lawyer, you're a fake lawyer, basically. That's how he views it. And you make people laugh and you're smooth, you know what I mean? But it's all bullshit because I know you and I know that you're Slippin Jimmy and you're full of shit.
And it's going to hurt people in the long run.
Yeah. And it's going to not just hurt people, but it's going to hurt what he built, what he spent his life building. And, it's so painful for Jimmy, and he basically... he knew that this is what it was, but to actually hear the words, it's so painful. And he says, I got you a big 20-pound bag of ice. I got you all the bacon, the steaks, and all the stuff, all the supplies he's always bringing.
Eggs.
He got him a little bit extra, and then he says, that's it, I'm done.
That's
and
it.
He walks out, and that's it. And that's it.
So I think next episode,
that's
season finale,
so...
you're going to see Saul Goodman born.
Yeah, you think so?
I think he's going to abandon the name and... I guess embrace.
Yeah, I don't know. Something else is going to happen, though. Something else is going to happen.
Mike's going to kill his brother.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. For all I know, Chuck... For all I know, Chuck is still alive in Breaking Bad.
Oh, I don't think
Maybe he
so.
starved to death.
You think he's dead?
Starved to death.
Because
I think Chuck might die next episode.
You think he's going to die?
I think maybe the stress of everything that's just going down, like he's back at H&H.
Or he might be committed because his health, his mental health is directly related to his relationship with Jimmy.
Yeah, but
which
now
has
I
been
almost
established.
think mental health problems is also stems. He's just like he's been lying to him for so long. It's not that like Saul was doing these bad things. Now it's like he feels so guilty and
It manifests itself in the form of
it's
his
like
illness.
another thing to throw in there.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. This is one of the amazing things with the show is I have no idea where it's going to go.
Yeah,
And, it's just so fucking good.
it is.
It's so good. Bob Odenkirk is amazing
Boss,
in this show.
Mike's the
amazing.
best.
And
Mike's the best.
yes.
He's awesome.
Was there anything with
everybody's
Mike?
amazing. Jonathan Banks is wonderful, but I mean, I'm just blown away by Bob Odenkirk. Every episode,
guy
he gets
loves
better and better.
blowing.
I know you've said that like
Bob
3
Odenkirk.
times.
Have I?
Yes, you're
It's
blown away.
true.
I love Bob
Just
Odenkirk.
turning me off.
Oh,
You know what? You know what? I hate Bob Odenkirk.
No, I understand you like
a
him.
fool.
It's just
I
like
hate him.
I don't know.
How about that,
I don't know. I'm just
Dexter?
saying.
you're blown away.
Oh, you're just saying that.
No.
No, you're just saying it. It's a
Your
lie.
love makes me hate.
It's a lie.
See, I don't like that. I like balance. If he loves him so much, I think I need to hate him that much.
Why do you hate him?
I just need the balance. That's all.
Just for balance?
Yeah.
It's okay, because I know that you don't
You
really
still
hate him.
love Chuck?
Yeah, Michael McKean's
I
amazing.
hate Chuck.
Yeah, I hate Chuck.
Fuck
I
Chuck.
think he's a fucking asshole.
He is a fucking
Well,
asshole.
the character is an asshole. But
Yeah,
If I
I
was-
hate Chuck.
if
I'm
I
not saying
was-
the actor's name.
If I was Saul, I would have been like, hey, you like electricity? I'd fucking torment him.
He has a suit of Christmas lights.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Yeah, take
it's
that.
like when Gandalf
Yeah, Gandalf
reveals
the White.
himself.
Take that, you
in
maniac!
Aragorn.
And then when he goes crazy, you take, you sell his share of the company. That's what I'd do. Fuck him.
He can't do that, though. He doesn't have the power. He's
You
trying
know,
to-
he
Yeah.
will get the power once he goes
when he's
committed.
committed. Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah,
So
he
that's
could
what I'd
have
do.
done that.
That's what I'd do.
If you think about it, Jimmy takes a pretty high road.
He does. He could
because
do
he
that.
he controls his furious anger, which, as you like, I agree with you. I don't know. I would want to do what I could to get the most out of it. Then
You get to fuck both of them over.
Yeah.
Howard and your brother.
But he
Yeah, but
he
now you can-
leaves. He's just like his solution, because I feel like maybe what you're right, boss. Maybe instead, if he didn't just leave, he would have done something that he may have regretted later.
yeah, but you said like he could fuck Howard and Chuck, but now I don't think Howard's that bad a guy.
Oh,
I was
Howard.
just
Sure
Howard's
he is.
just doing what Chuck wanted him to do all those years, all the time. Every time, when Howard went in to talk after
no, you're right.
Jimmy went to show
Yeah,
Chuck
but he's still
that he
an
passed the
asshole.
bar, they're having a party.
He's
Next
still
thing
an
that happens
asshole.
is Howard comes in, on the bidding of Chuck.
He's just, but yeah, right. But he's only as much. He's not as big of an asshole.
No,
like
of
the
course
whole
not,
time
yeah.
you're thinking, oh, Howard is like
he's
huge asshole.
he's a bit of
but,
an asshole.
but
He's only a
but-
quarter asshole.
Yeah, he's right. He's half
Chuck
asshole.
went from
Chuck
zero
is the-
asshole
Give a half
to
hole.
full on
Chuck
asshole.
is the asshole puppeteer controlling the asshole puppet.
He's the
Yes,
single
you know what I
asshole
mean?
that
I
the
mean,
strings
you gotta
come
be-
from
right.
to
You
control
gotta
the other
be an
assholes.
asshole to be
Right.
controlled by the asshole.
right. He's
whole
a
asshole
sub,
tapestry.
He's a sub asshole.
It's an ass-to-ass
Right.
network.
Level 1 asshole, level 2 asshole.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like
man.
that. I like how they have these characters and then boom, out of nowhere,
Yeah.
they switch it on you. Now I
Flop,
don't like this
flip.
guy.
Yeah. The old. Now was that was not. After watching the episode, which was wonderful, it was not the game changer that I guess I thought it was going to be.
Are you kidding me?
Really?
Think Chuck.
That was big.
Think of Chuck from the beginning of the series. You feel
but
bad for him.
I'm not surprised by that, though. I'm not surprised by that because it's been there. It's been there the entire series. I've always sensed. I've always sensed that Chuck
the only time I
has
sensed
this
it,
distrust of Jimmy.
the only time I sensed it was the last episode in the.
You didn't sense it when they had the flashback establishing it.
That's what I'm talking about. The flashback where he shows him past the bar.
No. The flashback when he's getting him out of jail because
That one
he
not
was
so much.
slipping, because he had like an affair with a minor or whatever. it
Right.
was.
Well, that one
Yeah.
I see that mostly as like
Oh, okay.
him wanting to teach his brother a lesson. I didn't
for
see it
me,
as
for me, almost the entire series so far has been like
Okay.
I've sensed that Chuck loves Jimmy and obviously needs Jimmy, but there's something that he is like
Ego.
embarrassed by.
yeah. There's an ego behind it.
There's an ego that he has, and there's an embarrassment that he feels by him, but
man.
an obligation. That's why Jimmy ended up with the mailroom position at the thing, because although Chuck is terribly embarrassed, because to Chuck he's this is his life's work. The law is the absolute most important thing in his life, and he spent his entire life building this prestigious law firm,
Yeah, you
and he
said
has
this.
this shitbag brother.
Anyway, I am just blown away by Bob
Blown
Odenkirk.
away,
I just
yeah.
love Bob Odenkirk.
Look, we did a Walking Dead review. We've
That's
been here
it.
for hours.
That's it.
I've been drinking the whole time. I love Bob Odenkirk.
and Jen.
And the show is great. I'm blown away.
No. You could say, no, I'm just, you know what I mean.
No, I know. I'm being repetitive.
Boss,
Your
anything?
thoughts?
Yeah, it was good. I'm watching The Day the Earth Stood Still here. I've never seen this. I like alien
Really?
shit.
It's stupid.
No, I like it.
Watch the original.
Pointless remake.
Whoa, look at the nanobots. I
Whoa.
love nanobots.
I'm just wondering how now this finale is going to be.
Yeah.
Like, what's going to be that last little...
There's going to be a
Thing.
huge twist.
To me, this was a really big twist. Like, this could have been a finale for me. It was like that, like, oh, shit. I don't know. Something
Not
with
like
Mike.
Walking Dead, where the finale is something that I would consider to be should be a regular episode.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's hard to
Man.
predict.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no fucking idea.
Well, Nacho came back, but
I
not...
love Nacho.
Yeah, Nacho's cool.
He's really cool.
Nacho just blowing me
I
away.
am blown away by
Mike,
Nacho.
by Nacho, the guy who had 5 guns, the bald
the other
guy,
fat guy who ran off.
That pimento sandwich is blowing
Where
me
is the
away.
fat guy now? At a taco stand?
He just ran
I'm
away.
blown
Run
away. I'm blown away by the speed with which he was able to leave the scene.
I was blown away by his beard, his height, his girth.
Yeah. That shot where you see Mike and you can't even see the head of the guy that he's standing next to blew me away.
Anything blow you away, boss?
No.
This movie, the Earth Stood Still.
He's
It's
just
blowing me away.
lost in Keanu's eyes.
All right. If anyone who listens to this,
Are you blown away?
what blows you away?
Tell me.
Yeah.
Let us know what you're blown away
When's the
by.
last?
Blows you away.
When's the last time you were blown?
Yeah.
Leave it in the comments. I am Oxnard.
I'm
Boss.
Dexter.
Goodbye.